All right, welcome to the new filming area. Also, we're in a new area because most of you probably saw my drywall video and you saw that I had that eviction notice. We're in a new place. Luckily, I was able to find a new place just down the street, so everything's all good. All the videos will continue. We're going to be addressing a problem that I'm sure you can hear, which is a massive echo in this new room, and we need to take care of that. So I'm going to show you how to do it, but I'm going to switch microphones so that way you don't have to suffer from this horrible echo. So like I said, we have an echo problem that we need to take care of. Now, there's really two ways to take care of that. Use foam squares, which I've already done a little bit of, and I'll show you. I have like 2 clusters, kind of, and a couple smaller ones. But there's just these black kind of egg crate foam squares. The problem with these is that to cover the amount of space that I need, these on Amazon are about, I think like $2 a square foot. These are 12 by 12. So that's expensive. The other option is sound panels, which is what we're gonna build today, because to buy like professional sound panels in the size that we're gonna build today are roughly $100 per panel if you're gonna buy them, which is just insane. I'm not paying $100 for a sound panel. You can buy cheaper ones off of Amazon that are about $25 per sound panel, but they're nowhere near as big or as thick as the ones that we're gonna build today. The ones on Amazon, I think you can get a 12 by 24 inch panel that is only 1 inch thick for about $25 per panel. And if you hear sniffing in the background, that's the dog, he's sniffing. What we're gonna build today is gonna be about $20 per panel, with a little bit of a caveat. You can't just build one panel for $20 if you wanted to just build like 1 or 2. You kind of have to commit to like 10 to 12 panels, just because of the amount that the insulation comes in. What we're gonna be doing is we're going to put together a frame, a wooden frame, and then we're gonna fill that frame with insulation and then wrap it in fabric. And it's just a very basic sound panel. If you're gonna do this, you shouldn't do it the way I'm going to do it, because I'm cutting all of the corners, and because I don't care. I just want function. I don't care about really how it looks, really none of that stuff. So along the way, I'm going to tell you what you should do, but don't do what I do. So first thing we're gonna do is build a wooden panel, or build a wooden frame. So for me, if you buy the same insulation that I bought, which is rock wool bat insulation. This frame is gonna fit the exact size that the bats come pre-cut into. So that's why I chose this size. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces of 2x4. These are 15 inches long. And I just put those in between these, and these are cut at 49 inches long. We're already off to a great start. So we just need to screw these together to make our frame. And I guess this is a little bit bigger than my table. So what I'm going to suggest to you is clearly to not copy what I'm doing, because what you should do is whenever you screw these together, you should pre-drill your holes so the wood doesn't split. Because the wood is going to split, but like I said, I don't care. So let's just screw these together. And yeah, that wood did already split just a little bit. Like I said, we're not worried about that. We're worried about function. We're worried about reducing echo, not being fashionable. And these go together really fast. So if you pre-cut all of your wood, I mean, you can slap together 10 of these things probably in an hour, if you cut all the corners that I cut. Okay, that was simple. So now we have our wooden frame built. Now, the next step, you're gonna need to find some fabric. I chose just cotton, 100% cotton fabric. I went with something that was just kind of similar in color to what the wall already was, just so it looks halfway decent and not like horrible. But you can be as creative as you want. You can get like superhero patterns or, you know, really, you know, whatever you want. So we're gonna throw this down. Then we're gonna lay this on top of this. Make sure you have enough on the sides. Then you're just gonna get a staple gun. This is the one that I did a video with that is actually coming in handy now. I need some staples apparently. Okay, and you're just gonna staple down your fabric. Just to hold that end. And then now we add our insulation. Now you could, so I'm just wrapping the whole thing in fabric. You can do that, but say if you chose a more expensive fabric and you wanted to save some of it, you could, on this bottom layer, get like a weed barrier for like a flower bed. That's gonna be much cheaper per square foot than the fabric. And then put that just on the bottom and then wrap just the top part in fabric, and you could save fabric. I'm sure there's cheaper materials that you could put on the bottom, but I'm just going to wrap the entire thing in fabric. You should probably also be using gloves and a mask whenever you handle insulation, but I don't really care. And also this rock wool insulation, I've worked with it before and it's not itchy or anything, at least not to me. So you can see this fits perfectly inside of our little cut. Was that a bug or something? And now we have a nice place for all of our sound to be absorbed. Wrap this around. We're gonna pull this real tight. So now we're all wrapped up. And now you just gotta do the ends. So you can take your ends and kind of like a Christmas present, just kind of fold them over and then wrap it over top. You can, like I said, not pretty, but it does the job. Okay, so the construction was very easy. There's our panel. You could, I guess technically you don't even really need to, I'm gonna put mounting hardware on it so I can put it on the wall, but I guess technically you could just lean it up against the wall or whatever and be done. But here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna use these, just these two little like D-ring type hooks, and then I'm gonna put a metal wire in between the two. So they'll go here, put a wire in the middle, put a nail in the wall, and then we can just hang it on the wall. Just something very basic and simple. I'm gonna go 8 inches down. Just mark my line. Go 8 inches on this side. I'm not choosing 8 inches for any particular reason. It's just what I feel like doing. These screws that come with this thing really aren't the best. Okay, that's that. And then next, we just need some wire. So this is, I believe, 20-pound wire. You could, if you build a much bigger panel. That's the other thing I wanted to mention is that you could, doing it this way, you could make a panel twice as long, twice as wide, 3 times as long. I mean, you can go as big as you want and just build within the dimensions of each insulation bat. You could go twice as thick if you want. The options are really unlimited. So let's just get a piece of wire, stick it in here, and kind of loop it around, and then loop it around a second time. So we got a double loop going on. And I'm sure this is not the professional way to do this, but, and then just twist it. Doesn't have to be pretty. I'm sure there's much more professional ways to do this, but this will hold it on the wall. Loop that around. And now, I mean, I don't know how long that was, but that took no time at all. And now we have a completely finished sound panel. I don't look too bad. You can tell it's gonna hold the weight, no problem. And then we can turn around and we can put this on the wall. This isn't where it's gonna go, but you can see what it's gonna look like. There's your $20 sound panel. I've already built, I think, 8 of these, and I just saved this last one for the video. So I'm gonna hang up all the rest of them and this one, and then we'll do a sound comparison, and you'll be able to hear the difference between the beginning of the video without the sound panels and then now with the sound panels. This could be stage 1 of a 2-stage plan. If just these sound panels aren't enough to cut out the echo to my liking, then I might have to do either more sound panels on the ceiling, maybe a combination of sound panels and the foam squares. We'll just have to see. So I'm gonna hang these up and we'll come right back. All right, sound panels have been installed. I just hung them up kind of evenly around the room. Maybe we'll play a sound clip from the beginning and compare it to now. And you guys can be the judge. How much do you think we've reduced the echo? We're in a new place. Luckily, I was able to find a new place just down the street. So everything's all good. All the videos will continue. I kind of, like, just from what my ears can hear, I feel like we have reduced the echo significantly. Probably by, 50, 60%, I would say. I think I still need a little bit more. Maybe I need some more foam squares. Oh, I was gonna show you the foam squares. The foam squares, real simple. We got one there, got them in the corners. And then I got one there, and you can't see behind the light, but I got one there. Okay, so I don't think the sound foam, I don't think it's really doing all that much. I think I need to make a couple more panels and then hang them up on the ceiling. And then I think we might be pretty all right. The garage was so perfect for audio because it was almost impossible to have an echo in the garage because it was so jam-packed full of just stuff that the sound had so many different ways to deflect that there was zero echo. So this is like a new problem that I'm trying to solve, is to get rid of this echo. But I think this is a very good start. I think we've probably reduced it by 50, 60% or so. But you guys be the judge. Let me know if you like this type of video, this kind of DIY style video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.